Brian here from Coinbase. Well, today's a really good day because we just heard from the SEC staff that they're planning to withdraw their litigation against Coinbase.
Hey everybody, it's Eri from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan, and that is Brian Armstrong in the intro. Yeah, the CEO of Coinbase, and the case was dismissed. Now it is dismissed with prejudice, meaning it cannot be refiled later, not even a settlement agreement with some minor concessions. I expected a bit more green in the market, but unfortunately, to counter the positive sentiment surrounding this cancellation of a case, the Bybit exchange was hacked. It's usually the hot wallets that come under an attack, just because they have the most, usually the largest attack vector. But this was done very cleverly with a spoof UI, and they actually tapped a cold wallet that was staking ETH, and they moved $1.4 billion worth of ETH. Yikes. I've seen it's the largest hack in history. You can see the cold wallet off to the side on the left, and then when it went to the hot wallet, which is there in the center, it just like wildfire went to all these addresses. Now I want you to hear just the last half of that message that came from Brian Armstrong, because I think it's very important. Here you go.
Now, this still needs to be approved by the SEC commissioners, but we're hoping that happens next week. And if this goes through, it's a really big deal, not just for us, but for the whole crypto industry, the 50 million Americans who hold crypto, and I think for the rest of the world, because this is an important signal about where things are going. Now, ultimately, we still need to get legislation for crypto passed in America to codify some of these rules and make sure the industry can get built on shore. But if this goes through, it's still a very important legal precedent that rights a wrong that was taking place over the last few years, where the SEC, unlawfully in my view, decided to attack or even try to kill the entire crypto industry by suing lots of different companies, including us, claiming that many of these crypto assets were securities. Now, they did this despite there not being any law indicating that that was the case. They didn't publish any clear rules to the industry, and in our situation, they actually had allowed us to become a public company just a few years prior, where they looked at everything we were doing and our listing standards, and they got comfortable enough to allow us to become a public company. So we should not forget how close we came here to a few bad actors in the government actually going off and trying to kill this industry. I remember in 2023, a lot of people were advising me on this, and they were saying, do not engage in litigation with the SEC. It's going to cost you tens of millions of dollars. It's going to put downward pressure on your stock price. It's going to spook public market investors. And, number three, the SEC might fight dirty and pressure other companies not to work with you, which unfortunately did happen in a couple cases. But I think the thing that ultimately gave me the courage to do it was that, number one, I knew that we were right on the facts and on the law. Number two, if we didn't stand up to this bullying, it might have been the end of the crypto industry in America, because not as many other companies had deep pockets like we did. And ultimately, we had to spend about $50 million defending this case. And number three, we needed to stand up for our customers' rights. They weren't doing anything wrong, and they wanted to use this technology. This is America. I wasn't going to let some activist, regulator come through and try to make up new laws that didn't exist and take away our customers' rights. So I'm really proud of where this case landed. I hope it creates a domino effect in other cases that the rest of the industry is experiencing. And we're never going to stop fighting for crypto and freedom. Thanks, y'all.
Now tighten that belt, because there is so much going on in the stablecoin space. If you heard, the Brazilian bank is going to launch the stablecoin on the XRP ledger. That is important because it is on the mainnet. Whenever you hear other YouTubers talk about news coming from Ripple and they say they're going to use Ripple, it doesn't mean that the activity is going to be on the mainnet. For the XRP holder, that's what matters. And this is going to be a stablecoin that is on the XRP ledger. And by the way, I heard someone say today that their stablecoins are native to the XRP ledger. No, the only native digital asset to the XRP ledger is XRP. If it's a fork or a, soft code private chain that has been created so that they can customize their own private network based on the XRP ledger technology, well, then yes, their stablecoin would be native to their private chain. But if you're talking about the mainnet that is public, only the digital asset XRP is native. A double celebration out of Brazil, and that is a historic XRP ETF as block scale launchpad unlocks assets tokenization opportunities. Again, keywords on the XRP ledger. This is really fantastic. 3 reasons why, and there's many more than 3, but let me just highlight 3 big ones here. The enhanced credibility. A regulated financial product like this legitimizes XRP as a viable instrument, potentially attracting a broader spectrum of investors. It increases liquidity. The ETF is anticipated to boost trading volumes, contributing to greater liquidity and market stability for XRP. And global ripple effect. Yeah, the Brazil's proactive stance may influence other regulatory bodies worldwide, potentially accelerating the approval of similar financial products in other jurisdictions. And sticking with stablecoins, because we've got a first ever, this is a first ever SEC regulated yield bearing stablecoin, YLDS. Well, here they come. Yield bearing is going to be a huge differentiating factor for the use and adoption. I'm telling you, 2025 is all types of FI, meaning DeFi, CeFi, and the hybrid of both, plus stablecoins. And for the United States, a U.S. stablecoin disruptor has emerged. The U.S. gives Telcoin a green light, setting them up to be the first regulated crypto bank to disrupt the market, according to their press release, with a fully regulated bank-issued stablecoin. The group is licensed in the United States, the EU, Singapore, Australia, Canada. Again, DeFi plus payments. Now think of this. There are 4,500 banks in the United States. How many of those are going to issue their own stablecoin? And moving on to the broader XRPL ecosystem, we have confirmation from Hugo Filion of where the yield comes from for the XRP staking and more digital assets than just XRP on the Flare networks. Yes, this comes from Dr. XRP 101. Let me tell you what he believed, and it was confirmed from Hugo that it was concise and accurate in its description of where the yield comes from the XRP staking product that is being built on Flare. In a nutshell, the yield comes from AVSs, that's the actively validated services, paying for security, meaning they compensate stakers who help validate and secure their operations. This mechanism aligns incentives. AVSs get security and stakers earn yield. Oh yes, Gary Cardone dumped his XRP position today at $2.71. I just don't know what to say. I kind of feel sorry for these guys that get shamed so bad that he couldn't even leave the tweet up, which was a poll in his own words, because he thought he could word it better than anyone else. And at the time he deleted, I think XRP was winning at 67%. And he just couldn't take it. Yeah, well, all I can say is adios, sayonara, bye-bye. And it's been entertaining. 3, 2, 1. A big announcement coming from the Wave of Innovation. This is the largest not-for-profit conference in the world, which has a major sponsor, and that would be Ripple. The speakers will be coming out and it's going to have a lean into AI. There will be a couple of speakers from Ripple. I can't tell you for sure if it's going to be Monica Long, for example, or maybe David Schwartz, or who knows. I just don't know. But I will tell you that when we get into those topics of AI, the speaker list has been created with having the best qualified people in that space. And one of the people that I just have genuinely fallen in love with in regards to what they're doing with their blockchain, which is Minima Global, this is Hugo Feiler, and I had him twice on the channel. He and his co-founder are so serious for decentralized environments, for one, but they are just brilliant. And I have a little clip of a live space that he was in that I will let take you out on this video, and he's talking about the AI agents. It's fascinating. I mean, it's really fascinating. It's beyond the hype. This is where it comes to the rubber meeting the road, when you have AI meeting blockchain and you create this utility that is beyond anything we've seen before. So until next time, do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.
We have Minima with us today, the only quantum resistant embedded layer 1 blockchain. Discord details in the bio.
I've been building in this crypto space for 7 years, and I think until now it's been a struggle for product market fit for many projects and many offerings, because the UX and the UI for humans has really made it really difficult to adopt it, and so it's a real challenge. But with AI, and specifically AI agents coming onto the scene, we now have a crystal clear product market fit, because AI agents will do so many of the things that need to be done for us, and they can analyze and make decisions, but how do they transact value securely? And they can't go and open a bank account, so they need crypto rails to do this. And so I think AI agents won't have worries about how to secure their private keys or any of the other sort of UX issues that humans struggle with. When you talk about the next generation, I think actually, interestingly, and potentially, controversially, the next generation will be AI agents. They will sit across edge devices through deep in projects and through telecommunications, medical research, DeSci projects and stuff like that. So I think that AI agents will actually be the thing that really drives crypto dominance, but also crypto awareness, but also crypto usage through normal people, because normal people will be using devices that are powered by AI, and AI will be needing to use crypto to make those decisions and those value transfers. So that is where I think it's going to go. And I think that we're seeing the collision of these two technologies that are suddenly making everything make sense. So it's a very exciting time. And so that's where I'd start this conversation. Thank you.